we the emissaries have come here to perform a very specific purpose. It is not one of entering into details about this particular time. We are not here to take sides. We are not here to set one man against another. We are here specifically to offer up a message of hope, and one which we have spoken of. And so it is not our remit, it is not our job to comment on the status quo, on what is actually happening in detail. For that would just complicate matters. That would make our message diluted. It would lose the essence of what our message is. You see, we are looking at everything on a macro level and not a micro level. You all are living the micro level, and it's very easy to get caught up in the micro details. And it is in those details that confusion occurs. When we enter into the details, into the nitty-gritty of what it is that's happening, we can so easily get lost. And so we prefer, better said, we are instructed to stay away from those kind of subjects, that kind of detail. And for that reason we talk in general. And we understand that many people find that frustrating. Many people find it a disappointment that we don't get into the many conspiracy theories that are out there about who is doing what to whom. That is not our job. We empathize with you all. We understand that it is not easy, that these day-to-day challenges that we face are not something that is easy to overcome. And we ask you to remember that there is a greater goal, that there is a bigger picture that is happening here. The earth is under siege. The earth is in the great battle between good and evil, between light and dark. But at the same time, we are all highly evolved spirit beings who are here to have an experience. And we should not deny that experience. That experience is something that we have chosen. We should not deny the experience. However, we should remember that it is just an experience that we have chosen to have. We should not take it too seriously. For as we have mentioned earlier, this life is but a small part of something much greater. And the issue we have is that we take this life to be the only thing that we have, and therefore the idea of losing it or having it damaged or suffering can seem to be the worst thing ever. And yet, in the scheme of things, it is but a flash of light in a long stream of brilliance. So we ask you not to take everything too seriously. We ask you to step away a little. The way that you do that is by not focusing so much on the details. There are too many details. There is too much information out there, many of which conflict one with the other. And so this leads to confusion and frustration, and it diverts us from our path. It confuses us so much that we lose direction, we lose focus. And in these days, focus is everything. And so we commend you to step away from the details, spend more time with yourself. For within you is the spark of truth. Within you is the reality of who and what you are, and who and what we are. Right now there is a cacophony of noise, none of which is very good. That noise deafens us, deafens our voice that comes from within, the voice of our soul. So we need silence to hear the voice of our soul, to hear the message that everything is okay, that everything will pass. And the best that we can do is to spend our time taking care of ourselves, taking care of our spirituality, taking care of our physicality, taking care of our emotions. Be very jealous of your emotions. Do not allow people to manipulate them. Do not tolerate those who will come and try and ruin your status, your spiritual status, your emotional strength. For everyone is filled with fear, and that fear is making them want to share that fear, wanting to instill fear in others. And you must back away from that. You must protect yourself from that. So be strong, brothers and sisters, be strong. And remember that this is not all there is. There is much more. And it's all there for you. And trust in that. And be safe. Amen.